Erik Erickson's theory was first published in 1950 in his book titled Childhood and Society. He continued to expand and refine his theory over the next couple of decades, most notably in 1959's Identity and the Life Cycle, 1964's Insight and Responsibility, 1982's The Life Cycle Completed, a Review, and 1989's Vital Involvement in Old Age.
Hello, my name is Erik Erickson. I developed my theory in 1950 and continued to work on it over the next few decades. I came up with 8 psychosocial stages covering the entire lifespan. Each stage of my theory involves a crisis, personal development, and society's needs. After completion of each stage, the individual gains those skills or characteristics, and failure to complete the stages can hinder them from progressing to later stages. Stage 1. Trust versus mistrust. This occurs during the first year of an individual's life. This involves an individual receiving reliable and consistent care from their caregivers. The infants are unsure of their world, and if they receive positive care and reinforcement, they build trusting relationships with their caregivers. Passing this stage will allow the child to form trusting relationships in the future.
Aw, Miko, honey. What's wrong? Nate, we need you.
Again. Oh, honey.
Oh,
What's
there's
going on?
Daddy.
Did you lose the ball? Oh.
Stage 2. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. This stage occurs when a child is 18 months to 3 years. The child is on the move and discovering the world. They are starting to gain a little independence by walking away from their caregivers or choosing their own toys. At this stage, it is important for parents to allow the children independence. Passing this stage will allow the child to gain independence for their future.
I'm home, honey. Aw. It's just
It's
me.
okay.
It's just your daddy.
Stage 3. Initiative versus guilt. This stage takes place when a child is 3 to 5 years old. The child is becoming increasingly independent and are interacting with other children. This stage works on increasing the interpersonal skills of a child. Children at this stage are making up games and taking initiative that will help them throughout their lives.
Hey, Nikki.
Hi.
How have you been?
Good.
You want to watch Doc McStuffins?
I would love to.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Hi,
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Do you want to play ball with me today?
Sure.
Yes.
And then after we can watch Doc McStuffins.
Yeah.
Stage 4. Industry versus inferiority. Children at this stage are ages 5 through 12. Children and adolescents are learning to read, write, and do math. An individual's peer group is very important in this stage because they are trying to prove their competence in certain areas. At the end of this stage, the child should develop self-esteem and confidence.
Hey Nikki, did you see that movie Zootopia?
Yeah.
Do you think you could tell me how to spell it?
Yes. Z O O T O P I A.
Thanks.
I'm very excited about this stage. It is one of my favorites. This is stage 5, identity versus role confusion. This stage occurs when an individual is 12 to 18 years old. During this stage, the individual is searching for their identity by exploring personal beliefs, values, and goals. This period is when the adolescent is transitioning to becoming an adult. This is important because they are considering their future in careers, schools, and relationships. An individual in this stage is figuring out roles that they will occupy as an adult. At the end of this stage, the individual should have a firm sense of self and their future roles.
Hey, Caitlin.
Hey, what's up, Nate?
What's going on? What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just kind of like looking at colleges, kind of seeing what's going on. I'm not really sure what's.
You're already looking at colleges? We have all of senior year left.
I know, but I'm kind of looking at like scholarships and who's gonna give me the best scholarship, and I'm not really sure kind of what I want to do. I'm thinking maybe like occupational therapy.
Occupational therapy?
Yeah, it's kind of like
What is that?
it's kind of like a little bit like PT, because they do like the
Okay.
lower extremity, but like OT is kind of more like upper extremity. They kind of like look at like holistic, part of
Okay.
life. Some people think it's like looking for jobs, but it's not.
It's a very confusing definition, but it sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty up and coming.
Oh,
St.
yeah?
Ambrose, I hear they have a good program. So
Oh, yeah?
thinking maybe there.
Well,
Stage 6. Intimacy versus isolation. This stage covers ages 18 to 40. In this stage, individuals share more of themselves and explore intimate relationships. Successful completion of this stage can cause commitment of an individual to another and causes them to feel content. Failure to complete this stage can lead to depression, isolation, and anxiety.
Oh, Nikki, I had such a great time at dinner tonight.
Me too.
I really enjoyed that lobster.
Oh,
That was
yes.
such a fancy place.
I know.
And I don't know, I have all these feelings, and I don't know what else to do, but will you marry me?
Wow. Yes.
Stage 7. Generativity versus stagnation. Individuals in this stage are ages 40 to 65. Individuals begin to settle down with families and establish themselves in the world with their career. Individuals start to give back and volunteer.
Do you think it's time we should tell her?
Yeah.
She's gonna be so excited.
Hopefully.
Caitlin, come here. We've got some wonderful news for you.
Okay, what is it?
Come here. Come here. You're gonna have a new baby sister!
God!
Aren't you excited? Stand up!
Yes!
Show it off!
Exciting!
Stage 8. Ego integrity versus despair. This is the last stage, and it is comprised of individuals 65 years or older. Individuals tend to retire and slow down their lives. They tend to look back and feel a sense of accomplishment and integrity. Success in this stage leads to wisdom and acceptance of death without fear.
Oh, hi, honey.
Oh, come here, dear.
Let's look at our memories.
Oh, I haven't opened this book in a long, long time. Oh, yes. Oh, do you remember that in Cancun?
Yes!
Oh.
Hey, Mom and Dad, how's it going?
Oh, Galen! Galen!
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you.
I have to tell you guys something. You guys are gonna be grandparents.
Oh, my heart!
Oh, I'm so excited. You guys are happy.
Oh, let me pet it.
Oh.
Hello, this has been Erik Erickson. I hope you've learned a lot.
In the nature versus nurture debate, Erickson's theory is firmly focused on nurture. In the stages he developed, Erickson emphasized the role culture and society played and the conflicts that can take place within an individual as a result. With each stage, an individual is presented with a crisis that is social in nature. As the individual lives out each stage, he or she is given feedback from the world around them. This feedback will determine their success or failure in each stage. Successful completion of each stage results in a healthy personality and the acquisition of basic virtues. Failure to successfully complete a stage can result in a reduced ability to complete further stages and therefore an unhealthier personality and sense of self. All hope is not lost though, because all of these stages can be resolved successfully at a later time.